My name is Jill and welcome to Lashify Live. I'm going to show you how to get started with Lashify. We're going to talk about what comes in our LED control kit because she is pure luxury, baby. And then we are going to apply this lash map. So I took some inspiration from a lash map that was applied to Vanessa Hudgens by celebrity makeup artist Hung Van Gogh. So we are going to do this. I'm actually loving it, and it's actually two styles that I don't even know if I've ever paired together. So we are going to do this. Let me show you first how to get started. If you are watching over on Facebook or if you're watching over on YouTube, we are simulcasting from our website. So come join me here on our website because I can't see your comments otherwise, and I am here to hang. Okay, so come join me. You're going to go to lashify.com. You're going to click the Learn tab, and then you're going to hang. All right, so if you are new, there's a couple ways to get started with Lashify. You can start out by purchasing a control kit. We have two different control kit options. We have our classic control kit, and then we have our brand new LED control kit. It's like still new, right? Yeah, it's still new. We have our LED control kit. So I'm going to show you the LED control kit. We'll talk a little bit about the classic control kit too and answer any questions. The classic control kit, both control kits, are a one-time purchase of The classic control kit is a one-time purchase of $125. The LED control kit is a one-time purchase of $185 because you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck. Okay, so the LED control kit, what you're going to get, it comes in this beautiful, mine's like a little dusty and dirty because I'm dirty. No, it comes in this nice satin case, okay? So inside, and you're going to keep this case because this case actually turns into storage. Inside, you're going to get your charger for the control kit, and you are going to get your pack of wandums. The wandums go over the tips of your fuse control wand. They help give a wider fuse, really fun tips and tricks for sealing, and they help with any excess stickiness. So you have your charger, your wandums, and then the control kit. Okay, so in the control kit, you are going to get everything you need. So you start out with a double-sided whisper light. You have clear on one side, black on the other. You then get a fuse control wand. You get to customize your fuse control wand now. So you can choose between our petite or our classic. The classic has a nice strong curve, we'll say. Great for a deep set eye, a more protruding eye. The petite has 10% reduced curve. So it has a softer curve to the tip. So it's really good for a flatter, elongated eye, okay? So, or a monolid eye. Then you have, so you're going to choose. Sapphire is the color you're going to get, my favorite. Then you are going to get glass. This is going to seal your lashes. It's going to make them water resistant, remove any excess stickiness, tackiness, anything that's going to be there. Glass is going to take care of. And then you get to choose between 4 Gossamers, any length, any style, any color. With the classic control kit, we give you the lengths of 10, 12, and 14, 3 lengths. But you can only choose from our core Gossamers, A, B, or C. With the LED control kit, you can choose any. The world is your oyster. You could choose any Gossamer length, style, or color, okay? And then the best part, you get the LED light, okay? So the LED light, it's a dimmable light, so it goes a little bit brighter or a little bit less, a little bit more. People love it for application. I personally love it for travel. It gives this beautiful like candlelit glow. Ooh. Yes. So I like to use it for applying, especially when I'm on the go. It has actually been really great. I've traveled a couple times with it. So good. The charge lasts a very long time, okay? It does have a port, where is it? Right here, to charge it. And it doesn't take long to charge, and it does last a while, okay? So good. And then, like I said, this turns into storage. So underneath here, this little box turns into storage. You're going to be able to fit 8 Gossamers, okay? So you can take your 2 from out of the 4, put 2 in here, 2 in your control kit. Don't put your control kit back on it though, because then you're gonna smush it and you're gonna be sad. Okay, so you get all of that plus you get a sample of our melt away remover and a sample of our pre-cleanse prep steps. So we are literally setting you up for success. You have everything you need and more to get started, okay? So let's do this. If you're just joining, we are recreating this lash map. Vanessa Hudgens wore it. I believe she wore it on to the Tony Awards, but I kind of I made it customizable for me, okay? So I'm going to show you how we did it. First thing I need to do is prep my lash, okay? So I'm going to come in with the pre-cleanse. Again, with that purchase of the LED control kit, you do get a sample of the pre-cleanse. just get yourself some pre-cleanse. Pre-cleanse is amazing, super multi-purpose. What it's going to do is it's going to prep the lash by removing any oils, any residual oil, anything, any makeup, any dirt, anything that's going to affect your application or your longevity. If you're new here, what breaks apart our bond is oil. So you want to make sure you are avoiding oil while you wear the lash, and you want to make sure you're removing any oil before applying them, okay? So I'm coming in and I'm just going to take a little pre-cleanse, brush it through my natural lash. And look, guys, these are all my natural lashes. My eye's twitching. These are all my natural lashes. So good. I've been wearing Lashify for over 5 years now. But I'm just brushing this through with a disposable spoolie. You can use a cotton round. You can use a Q-tip. You can use a paper towel. You can use whatever you want. You just want to make sure we're removing that oil because it's going to make applications it's going to make your life so much easier. Pre-cleanse is also amazing because if I'm wearing my lashes and I'm on day 3, 4, 5 and I'm applying some makeup, some eyeshadow, I get a little bit of fallout, I can literally come in and brush the pre-cleanse through the lashes. I'm not going to get any lifting, anything like that because it's oil free. I can also take a cotton swab or a charcoal swab. If I wake up and some of my concealer got underneath here, I can use the pre-cleanse to clean them. So pre-cleanse, super multi-purpose, and you can also use pre-cleanse as a toner for your face, and you can use it to remove your makeup. So we're just saying you want to avoid oil, right? So if I'm wearing makeup, I don't want to come in with an oil-based makeup remover to remove my eyeshadow because then my lashes are going to come off. Pre-cleanse you can remove your makeup with without disrupting the bond, okay? So pre-cleanse, so great. You do get your sample, but just get yourself some pre-cleanse. Okay, so pre-cleanse on there. Now we need to make sure we have dry lashes. So I'm going to come in with my blow tool. This is another really great add-on. Blow tool, $7. This is the add-on, okay? Because you get your sample of pre-cleanse, you get your remover, you get everything else. Get yourself the blow because the blow is going to speed up the drying process while we apply. So see how much air it pushes onto the lash? Just speeds everything up. You can do it from the top, you can do it from the bottom, whatever works for you, okay? So blow tool, she's great. All right, what bonding technique should we do? I actually really love this map. What should we do? Should we do, Tori, are you moderating me? What should we do? Okay, so let me talk about our bonds. Our bonds are a flexible bond, so they are going to move freely with your natural lash. Typical lash extension. One of the biggest questions we get is, does it damage your natural lash? The answer is it does not, okay, because the bond is flexible. So while you wear the lash, your natural lashes move freely with the Gossamers. These are all of my natural lashes. Like I said, over 5 years, every single day we've been wearing Lashify. Okay, so free of any harsh chemicals as well. So there's no cyanoacrylates, no formaldehyde, no latex. The bond actually has biotin and lavandula in it. So a lot of times our customers say that their lashes have never been longer, stronger, healthier. Okay, so it is amazing. Flexible bond. It is also designed to be layered. We are going to layer the bond. We are going to do our lockdown method, okay? Our lockdown method is a triple bonding technique, okay? So what it is 3 layers of our bond. The key to layering the bonds is thin, light coats. I like to explain it this way now. Your first coat is going to get you, if you do 1 layer of black, apply your lashes, and then leave for the day, you are going to get 1 day wear, okay? You have a nice little cushion that's like this thick with 1 coat of bond. 2 coats of bond, your cushion gets thicker. 3 coats of bond, your cushion gets even thicker. So inside this cushion, your lashes and the Gossamers now have a place to sit inside, and that's how you start to get that longevity. When you first start out, we say don't expect longevity. Wear them, practice, expect 1 or 2 days wear. You're going to understand how much bond to use, where to place your lashes, and then you're going to start to see your longevity increase. Heather says, what's the difference between fluffy and fluffy FX? Okay, so our fluffy curl, which I have some fluffies on. Our fluffy is a multi-dimensional curl lash, okay? So all of our other lashes have a single curl, right? The fluffy has this multi-dimensional curl. It is almost like stacking A's and C's on top of each other. The fibers of the fluffy are really thin, and again, they have that multi-dimensional curl, so you get this really fun wispy look. The FX, our fluffy extreme, is an even messier, stronger curl, okay? So fluffy, wispy, FX, wispy, and messier. Okay, so let's do this. So we're gonna do our lockdown method. I'm gonna come in, first layer of the lockdown method is our Black Whisper Light. The Black Whisper Light, she is really great because it coats the lash, and for me, my natural lashes are not black. Oh, I've got a little bond right here. My natural lashes are not black. They're like a light brown. So this helps to make it more seamless from the top. So I'm going to come in with my first layer of Black Whisper Light. I'm going to brush it all the way through. So the first step of the lockdown method, brushing clear or Black Whisper Light from root to tip like you would a light coat of mascara, okay? So you don't want to come in, when you first get your bond, it tends to be a little bit more runny. So you don't want to come in all crazy, like coating your lashes like you would with a light coat of mascara. Come really light-handed and just give them a nice little coat. Sometimes I'll use the tip of the wand in the inner corner. Oh, or I'll just put it on my actual lid. That's like the third time I've done that on a live. Okay, so here's our first coat. Thin, light coat. Okay, and now the key to layering. Thin, light coats. Remember these two things. Thin light coats and let each layer get nice and tacky. So we have our first thin coat. There's no clumping. If I had clumping, I would want to have a clean disposable spoolie ready. I can brush through. I could take, if I wanted, the tip of my wand and go brush through, but then you want to make sure you're wiping off that bond. Or, guys, the Precision Lash Comb. My other favorite tool. My favorite tools are the Blow, the Precision Lash Comb, and the Lash Curl. And Night Bond, but Night Bond's not a tool. Okay, so Precision Lash Comb has this pointed tip so you can come in and separate. Another really, really great add-on. It's kind of addicting. If you're a perfectionist like me, then you're going to need to get yourself one of these because it just, gives me all the feels. Okay, so we're going to come in with the blow tool. We have our first layer on here. There's no clumping. I'm going to come in and I'm taking this blow tool to push some air right onto the lash. Let's see if I can get this closer. There we go. Okay, so if you don't have the blow tool, you're just going to wait a little bit longer before you come in with that next layer of bond. Don't worry, we're going to get this off my inner corner. I want to get it dry, though. It's easier to get off when it's dry. Okay, first layer. Second layer is, again, the black. So first layer is black from root to tip. Second layer is going to be black, but this time we're only keeping it at the base. We're keeping it at the root of the lash because that's where we're going to start to build that cushion that we talked about a second ago. So I'm going to come in. I can either come in like this and do black and wiggle it into the base like that. Or for me, again, because I am a perfectionist, I prefer taking the tip and pushing the tip in because sometimes what happens for me when I press and wiggle is the lashes clump. I don't know why, maybe it's just my lash, but my tip for you, layer number 2, is just use the tip, push it into the base. You have a little bit more control of where you're placing it. But notice too, when I'm pushing it into the base, I'm just keeping it at the base. I'm not brushing it up. Sometimes I watch people when we do one-to-ones and they're like, okay, second coat. And I'm like, no, stop. You don't need all that bond at the tip, just at the base where we're creating that cushion. Okay, let me take a clean spoolie while we let this second layer start to get tacky. And I'm gonna get this bond off of my eye right here. Or maybe I'm not. Okay, so the second layer, nice and tacky. See? Let it dry if you get bond on your face first, if you don't want to ruin your makeup. Okay, so let that second layer get tacky. We're going to take the blow tool, push some air on here. Our third layer is going to be with the clear. Our Clear Whisper Light actually goes on white. Once it's dry or starts to get tacky, it turns clear. So when you're new, first of all, Whisper Light has a long drying time. Clearly, I am in no rush, right? We are hanging, we're chatting, we're talking it up. I'm in no rush. So I'm not worried that my bond's going to get dry and I'm going to have to reapply. With the clear, because it goes from white to clear, it's really good for beginners because you can start to really understand how long it takes to get tacky. So I'm going to take the clear with a precision tip, and this layer, I'm going to lay it flat. See how I just created a line? I'm laying it flat, and I'm going 1 to 2 millimeters away from my water line. Okay, so 1 to 2 millimeters away from the water line, and I'm just pressing it on here. And I'm applying it 1 to 2 millimeters because I'm going to create a guideline because this is where we're going to place the spine of the Gossamers, okay? We don't want them on our water line because if they're on our water line, what's going to happen is we're going to feel it. We should never feel it. If you feel it, it's too close to your water line. If you're looking to extend your longevity and it's touching your water line, it's exposed to that constant moisture and you start to get lifting. So you want to get 1 to 2 millimeters away. You want to make sure you could see the root of your natural lash, or you want to make sure that if you needed to, you could stick the wand in between the spine and your water line, okay? All right, Dima says, my lashes tend to clump when I brush the Black Whisper Light through my lashes. How can I avoid that? Dima, come in with a light hand. So when you apply mascara, sometimes like people, you know, come in and you really get it in there. When you're applying your bond, just do really gentle, light coats. Barely touch the lash. Also, just like I was saying before, precision lash comb might be your best friend, Dima, or have some disposable spoolies. We do sell them on our site, and our disposable spoolies, I wonder, oh, you're there, are amazing because they have a silicone tip. So I don't know what's on that. So you can really get in there with them. Okay, they're a little bit hard, a little bit like stiffer than a normal typical disposable spoolie, but you can brush through. Or Dima, if you have really thick, full, long, natural lashes, go halfway up. When you start to cause clumping at the root, that's when you can start to put tension either at the root or at the base. If there's clumping in either places, that's when you can start to put tension on the lash, and we don't want to add any tension to the lash, okay? Tension is what could technically cause damage, and that's why if you're using the system right, you have 0 damage. Oh my God, I'm just throwing everything. Hold on. I threw my D10s. Okay, so let's do this. So we are applying D's and Fluffies. So I am actually, instead of D's, I am using our D+. This is our newest lash. It is amazing. It is our Drama Lash, which means it has a nice thick fiber, full, bold look, mascara look. And it's from our volume collection, but it is a plus. So that means that the spine is super, 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 super thin. So it just grips right onto the natural lash like you wouldn't believe. Longer wearing. So whenever you're removing a lash from the cartridge, come in with your fingers, slide it out. Our wand is actually super precise. At the tip, you can get what we call a horizontal clamp force. I tweeze my brows with my wand because it is so precise though. You don't want to come in and grab 1 or 2 fibers and just start plucking them out. Use your fingers, okay? So let's come in with a D+10. I'm going to start in my inner corner. Let's see if that was 10. Okay, I'm going to start in my inner corner. And what I'm going to do is I like to, because this is my non-dominant side, I like to rest my wand on the bridge of my nose, and then it just slides up and hits the lash. And as you can see, we're ready to apply because our white has turned clear. For beginners, what we want to tell everyone is to look down into a mirror, because this gives you the best view of the underside of your lash. I also like to pretty much turn my lash for the inner corner so that it matches the curve of my eyeball. Okay, so there we have a D+10. See how it just stuck right on there? That is what we want. And if you want, you can spot fuse it right away, or you can wait to the end. When I do my dominant side, I don't spot fuse until I don't fuse until the end. When I do my non-dominant, when I get these first 2 like inner corner ones on there, I always tend to spot fuse because I just want to make sure that they're in there, they're secure. So we have on a D10. Now we're going to go up to a D+10. Now we're coming in with a D+12. So when Hung applied these to Vanessa, he did use D's because D+ weren't a thing, and I guarantee you now he would be rocking the D+ on her. Okay, so we have on D10. A D+12, but I don't like the angle that I have it. So look, I'm going to take it off. I have none of my natural lashes, right? The bond is flexible. I can still move it, but you have to be gentle, especially with these pluses. See how it bent a little? And okay, so with the pluses, be gentle. I'm not used to being gentle. If you know me, I'm a bad lash mom. Okay, so there's a D+10, D+12. We're going to do another D+12. So we're coming in using our fingers to remove from the cartridge, and then we're going to, and these are just being applied side by side. Once I get into the fluffies on the end, that's when I did overlap. I might overlap on this side too. And our goal is to place that spine where we put the clear Whisper Light, okay? And again, see how it is just gripping on there? Let's do a little spot fuse. I might overlap that one. Should we overlap that one? Let's come in and move it. So I'm going to move it by sliding my wand underneath the spine and then sliding it forward. If I can. Hold on. I can't get it. It's on there. Okay. Look. Be careful with these pluses. So let's overlap it a little bit. And because I'm going to overlap it a little bit, I'm going to put a little clear Whisper Light on the spine. So technically we're going into layer 4. But I like to, when I overlap, I like to add a little clear Whisper Light because I like to make sure that there's something holding my lashes together and I'm not going to get any lifting, okay? So we're going to come here, D+, and we are going to put a little clear on the spine, and we're going to overlap it by like 1 fiber, okay? So we're going to come in, and let's go by like 1 lash fiber right there. Okay, better. Okay, now we're gonna come in with our fluffies. So if you were just joining, I was saying before, our fluffies are a multi-dimensional curl. So see how from the side, it's not just one tight curl, it's like a soft, wispy feel. So we're gonna come in, sliding out. We have on 3 F14s. So with Hung's original map, he did a D10, D12, 2 F14s, and he ended it with a D12. For my eye shape, I like a little bit more lift, so I did do another F14. But I almost feel like maybe we do an F16 on this side and see what we like better, because you know I love a wing. Okay, so we're going to overlap. So I'm going to apply a little Clear Whisper Light onto the spine. If I'm applying it onto the spine, I'm applying it onto this top part, right? Because that's the part that's coming in and kind of hooking underneath, and I'm going to overlap by like 1 or 2 fibers. I like to hold it there for a second too, because that gives me the feeling that like it's sticking on there. I give it a chance to stick. Give it a chance. Okay, so we're going to come in with another F14. Let me see if I can do this one in the camera for you. You want to make sure too, remember, we're leaving that 1 to 2 millimeter space. You can really see it on this eye. Pretty much you want to make sure you can see the root of your natural lash, okay? So let's see if we can do this over here. Okay, so we have on a D10, 2 D12s, D pluses. These are all D pluses. D plus 10, D plus 12, D plus 12, F14, F14. I did 1 more F14 on this eye. I actually think I like the F14. I don't think I want longer. I have 2 different eye shapes. So for me, sometimes if I end up going shorter right here than I do here, but today it's not super off. I like to try to create symmetry as best I can, and that's the cool part with Lashify, is you can create symmetry because you can literally alter an eye shape with just lashes. You're going to end up wanting to wear less makeup. I'm telling you, you're going to feel more confident. It is so crazy how Lashify changes your life in more ways than you think. Everyone's like, it's just lashes. It is way more than just lashes. All right, let's do this. So we don't have a lot of space over here, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to overlap and angle up, because if I keep coming in, we're just making a really round, droopy eye. We don't want that. So I'm going to overlap and angle her up. I might even move it out a little bit. So pretty. Okay, so you see that you can still see the white. If I were to fuse down right now onto that, because it's white, it means it is not tacky. So if I were to fuse onto that right now, I might move these lashes around. I like how they look. I like my placement. I'm here for it. So my tip, take the blow tool, push some air on here before doing any fusing, even if you don't see white, just to like ensure that everything is like locked and loaded. We're not going to have to come back in and readjust anything. We're going to push some air onto here. And then we're going to fuse. I'm going to just do a little reverse fuse here. And then we'll do a full fuse. I wanted to just make sure the outer corner was secure. We're holding down for like 10 to 15 seconds. Release. If you're sticking to the wand, always just blink your eye away. Don't pull the wand away and pull on your lashes. Okay, look at that. I'm like really loving this combination. I didn't think I would love D's and F's, but I'm calling this fluffy drama. I'm here for it. I like it. You know I love a good volume lash. I do want to show you, I have a little clumping right here. With this precision lash comb, you can come in even after you've applied your lashes, and I'm going to come in and if I'm applying or removing clumping after and my lashes are already on, I always like to come in, and usually I come right from the back, because a lot of times the clumping is my natural lashes. And I don't know what Gary has got going on downstairs, but okay. Boom. Clump, be gone. Okay, so let's look at our lash cleavage. So this is the view from the top. So remember, we applied these to the underside, which means that you should see nothing on the top. The top is seamless. Look at that. Boom. There's no extra band. I don't need any additional makeup. So they literally look like they are coming out of my eyes. Look at them from the side. I want you to be able to see that fluffy, wispy curl. So pretty. Oh, you can see the wispiness on this one. I love the side view. Okay, underneath, nothing on the waterline. I don't feel anything. Look, my placement is not perfect, but from the front, nobody's going to know. When you first start out, you might have placement where it's like a little bit off, or maybe there's some like valleys or peaks. Totally fine. No one's going to know except for you and maybe like your baby if you're holding it and they're looking up at you. That's it. Okay, so don't feel like you have to be perfect at first. I always say with your first time, sit, take your time. Don't rush because you never get your first time back. Okay, so here is our map for today. I'm not going to seal it. I'm good. Sealing is optional. We do have in the control kit our glass. I'm not going to seal it. I'm here for it. I like it. I'm not super sticky. When you first start out, try sealing it with the glass. Try without the glass. The glass is really great for beginners with all of that. If you are using too much bond and you're super sticky afterwards, you shouldn't be. So use the glass, get rid of that stick. If you are going to use the glass, we always say wait like 25 to 30 minutes before sealing it, just to make sure everything sets and is tacky. So here is our look for today, a look inspired by celebrity makeup artist Hung Van Gogh, applied to Vanessa Hudgens. We put a little twist onto the end to make it match our eye shape. And guys, with any of our lash maps, that's what we want you to do. Our bundles, take a bundle. If you see the lash map on there and you're like, no, but you like the lashes, just switch things around. You are not stuck with anything. That's the cool thing about Lashify. You can customize everything, okay? So here is our look. We have a D10, a D plus 10, D plus 12, D plus 12, and 3 F14s overlapped on the outer corner. Really pretty. I am here for it. Make sure you guys follow us on our Facebook group, Lashify Life. I will take a picture of this map and I will post it over onto my Instagram at lashify.jill, so check it out there. Follow us on Instagram. Check out the rest of our Learn page if you aren't on our Learn page, but you are on our website. Check out our Learn page. We have tons of short videos, old lives, longer format videos. It's a place where you can book a one-to-one. You can read our dictionary there. It is literally the place for education. So go check it out there. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to any of our educators in Lashify Life because we are there 24/7. I'm telling you, whether they're supposed to be or not, everybody's always in there. It is the place to be. All right, I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST for our Wednesday drop. If you guys are not signed up for our emails or our SMS, go sign up. Every Wednesday we do a drop at 10 a.m. It is so good, so exciting. It's like the highlight of my week. So I will see you here tomorrow.